So how's your day? How's everything?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so not to waste much of our time, so I will just go into it straight. So we have
Okay.
few questions
Okay.
here, which I'll be asking you, and then you'll be answering so that our attendees will be learning from your pool of experience. So can I
Okay.
start? Can I start now?
Okay. Go on. Thank you. Hello, I can't hear you.
Okay. My first question is, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. As its founder, we want you to tell us the motivation behind this ability consult and also tell us various services it renders. Should I come again or you?
Okay.
Okay.
I understand what you said. The motivation behind disability consults and various services I render, right?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Disability consult was vetted when I realized that persons with disabilities of low income earning parents find it difficult to attain education, skills, and basic things that every other regular children would get easily.
Okay.
Their parents, because their parents do not have money, they find it difficult to send their children to schools. For instance, the government schools that we have are few. We have few government schools. And sometimes the distance between where they stay and where the schools are is very far. And again, you find out that some government schools do not keep the children there if the distance is far for the parents. If it's a school that will require a parent of low income earning to spend 1,000 naira a day, you see that parent will not be able to afford it, and the school has nothing to do about it. They will tell you to keep your child at home for like 10 years plus before you can bring your child to school. So, or you can bring your child to their boarding school. So it is now a problem for them. Then the private schools that will have, their fees are so exorbitant. For instance, I made a research, I asked questions, private school centers, it takes about 560,000 naira a term or more for that child to be in school. So if a parent that earns, for instance, 50,000 naira or below, that parents will not be able to send the child to a school where they pay 560,000. So that is where I now decided to bed disability consult, where these children can at least learn something before they can maybe go to school or have any other skills. Wow. Then we deal with persons with disabilities, ranging from deafness, learning disability, DRO that we call Down syndrome, and other kinds of disabilities.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma. So you've done justice to that question. So I'll be asking you the second question now. Hope you are still with me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so the second question is, how would you describe your volunteering experience with Mentally Aware Nigeria? And also tell us why volunteering is generally important from your own perspective.
Okay. My experiences with Mental Aware Nigeria has been great. It wasn't easy for me at first because it is like I'm doing something in another field entirely. But when I started I started the volunteering stuff with Mental Health Nigeria. It's something I appreciated. I never knew. I know postpartum depression. Let me start with that. Can
Okay.
do to someone that just give birth. I also learned things I should do instead of me to pour my anger or stress or anxiety on irrelevant things. There are ways I can curb it. And then another thing is volunteering in Nigeria is something we do not really appreciate. When I started volunteering with Mentally Aware Nigeria, I got families and friends telling me that, why are you doing it for free? Why are you volunteering? Why are you not being paid? Because we are more concerned about how much we get at the end of the day. That's what we are really concerned. We're not concerned about the lives we're impacting on. We're not concerned about how far we can go or the knowledge we get when we do these volunteering things. The exposure we get and all of that. That's what gives me joy. Helping someone else. There are videos I've made and a lot of persons called and said, wow, I love your video. Your video has really helped me overcome so and so. And some persons volunteering too, one time or the other were depressed, or so their mental health was suffering. So, but through the volunteering stuff, they were able to cope all those things, and they are now okay mentally. Then with the way the economy is in Nigeria, a lot of persons are really mentally drained and stressed. They are really, really mentally stressed. So you cannot say mental health is not important. A lot of persons really, really want to talk about mental health now. So I think I am so grateful to be part of that program or organization, volunteering for them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma, for that brilliant answer. So, what you are saying, Ma, is that it's like you are advising us that we should be volunteering to, like, because it's very important. We get values from it, right?
Of course, you can volunteer. Volunteering isn't a bad thing to do. It's something everybody should do. One time or the other, we should volunteer. We shouldn't look at how much I am getting. We shouldn't look at everything shouldn't be about money. It should be about how you're impacting people, how you're making a change in people, a positive change in people's lives. So that is what we should look at for.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Ma. So now we are going to our third question. So, and it goes thus: apart from sign language, what other things can one find under special needs education?
Okay. Apart from sign language,
yes.
Let me just say, apart from deafness, what other things can someone find in special education?
Yes, that's better.
Okay. Special needs education is so encompassing. We have children with hearing impairment, which is a deafness. We have children with visual impairment, children with physical challenge, some uses wheelchair or crutches. We have children with intellectual disability. They have Down syndrome. We have children with autism. They are of the spectrum. That one has to do with genetics. Before they were born, sometimes they just have it in them. And then we have those with ODD, called Oppositional Defiant Disorders. Those ones, they feel, for instance, like the name implies, Oppositional Defiant Disorder. They oppose whatever they feel is a threat to them. For instance, that earpiece you're having on your ears, they might feel is a threat to them. So they will start dragging the earpiece with you, or your clothes. If they like it, they want it. And before you know, they will either injure you, scratch your face, pinch you, and all that. Then we have those that ticks. They have different kinds of ticks. Those tick, if for instance, those that tick, there are 6 in a room. Their ticking can be like a sound, like once in a while you'll be doing another person can be scratching the ears, another person can be blinking the eyes or batting the eyes every few seconds and what have you. So if they are there in a place, once the other person's tick starts, the other one will want to also tick. So we have disabilities like that. And then another one that is not a disability, but people don't see it as special needs, is the gifted and the talented.
Okay.
So that is to tell you that special needs education is education for exceptional people. As long as you're on the extreme, you are above, you are either too intelligent, too talented, or less intelligent or less talented. So, or you have one form of mental issue or the other, then you are a special need person.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Ma.
Thank you.
So I would like to quickly ask you this question, Ma.
Okay.
As this category of people are concerned, do you think Nigerian government are doing enough to assist them? So,
okay, you want me to tell you the truth?
Yes, Ma.
Should I tell you the truth?
Say the truth.
Truthfully, Nigerian government is not doing enough. I will say that again. They are not doing enough. Okay? For instance, the only thing that they are doing is that they are trying to do something. At least we have gotten past where we were 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. There has been some little changes here and there, since a lot of persons with disabilities are exposed, and then there are some bodies that are coming together to support them, and there has been changes, but it doesn't really mean that they've really gotten to where we want them to have gotten to. Take, for instance, if someone on a wheelchair is going to use a flight,
okay,
there is what they call priority boarding. They are supposed to be boarded first before persons that are not using a wheelchair. Okay. But in Nigeria, they don't really know about that. The wheelchairs are not, the planes are supposed to have something that will lift them up and then put them on the plane. But here, they will now be pushing you on the stairs, or 7 people will now be carrying the person. And just imagine, maybe a woman, if she's wearing a clothes that will open, her breast might be falling out, her skirt will be opened, they will just be lifting her, and to us is molestation. Because the person is on a wheelchair, you are now using that as a yardstick to carry the person anyhow. Then they are supposed to come down last. After other persons have departed from the plane, they are supposed to come down the last. But here, they don't really do it until we shout on them. And then the government is not even helping matters to create that awareness in the first place. There is no much awareness. In schools, for instance, we don't have ramps. You will see a school that has staircases upstairs to 3rd floor and 4th floor. But there are no ramps, even offices. Before you see ramps that will take the person to that floor is a problem. And sometimes when they bring such children to schools, you see schools rejecting that, say, we don't have accommodation for you. But if it's in a Western world, those organizations or schools can be sued for doing that because you are neglecting them. The thing that is making them to really be feeling that they are disabled is because there are barriers everywhere. Our roads have potholes, there are stones, there are everything that is making it for them not to really access roads. Even those visually impaired, some of them can walk on their own, or most of them can walk on their own if there are no barriers on the road. Somebody that is driving, we see. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody that is driving will see someone coming with stick and still be moving. Those things, if there are, I know there are policies, Persons with Disability Rights Act. The Disability Rights Act is there. I even have it in my house. But those things don't work. When I even tell some persons, these things you're doing is wrong, they'll say, come arrest me now. Because nobody will arrest you. Nobody will do anything. The government are not saying anything. They are only just trying to help, but they are not really helping.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, ma. So we just pray that things get better. Yes.
Amen.
Things need to get better. So now, my next question for you is, kindly tell us how our attendees who might be interested can quickly learn sign language and some of its importances.
Okay. How they can learn sign language?
Yes, like those of us who are interested.
Okay. Sign language is not. Let me start with this. Sign language is not rigid. It's not something that you say, "Oh, I cannot do it. My hands are stiff. I have a stiff body." Sign language is something that everyone can do. There is something called yes, no. For instance, my video is on. Now look at me. If I do like this, what am I saying?
Yeah, saying yes.
Like, what am I saying?
You're saying no.
No. But sometimes I can sign even without saying a word or signing. For instance, I can do like this.
Yeah.
That's to say I am not welcoming you. I don't know whether you're getting me. Or I'm not happy with you. Even without signing. So all of us have had one form of sign language or the other. But we are now going to put it into use. If you want to learn sign language, I am there to teach you sign language. We have YouTube videos. We have some persons in Nigeria that has volunteered themselves to make this sign language easier. They have it on YouTube. They have it on their social media pages. If you want to connect with them, especially, I can do that. Some of them have gone as far as making CDs so that people that don't know sign language will be able to learn. We are really ready to teach any person that wants to learn sign language.
All right, ma'am.
I have people that do that and they charge a token of I think 5,000 naira. But because you asked me if you want, I can teach any person from here for free.
That's good. That's good. Thank you very much, ma'am. So I hope our attendees can hear that clearly. So if you want to learn sign language, so
I think everybody can hear me.
Yes,
we can hear you, ma'am.
So it's here to teach us for free of charge. So thank you very much, ma. So I would like to ask this question too. So I know that it's not only through sign language that we can relate with these people with disabilities. So
you said I can't hear you.
So it's not only through communicating with them with sign language alone that we can relate with these people.
Okay.
So how will you advise us to to just advise our attendees on how to accommodate them more so that they will not be feeling somehow among other
Okay, let me
normal
understand
people?
your question. Is
Okay.
it persons with disabilities or deaf persons? How to accommodate them?
It's just like all of them generally. I don't even know the different
Okay,
that too
persons
much.
with disabilities, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'd say persons with disabilities, one thing that people don't know is love is something that is visible. It's visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. If you show someone love, no matter how much you feel that person don't know, no matter how much you feel that person don't, or the person's mental health, mental state is, that person knows when you are loving. That person knows when you are not. So the first things first, show them love when you see anyone. Not
Okay.
hypocritical. Just show
Okay.
them that you love them.
Okay.
They will really open up themselves to you.
Okay.
I have a girl, she's around 18. She's at my place of work. At home, they say there is nothing that happens in school that she doesn't tell people. So on this day, I came to her. I was like, "How are you, Delight?" She's so bigger than me, and I hugged her. I hugged her not because I just wanted to hug her, but because I feel she needed it at that time. So I hugged her. I noticed that anytime she sees me, she will just be so happy. So she will rush to hug me. So she has understood that this person actually loves me. That's why she hugged me the other time. And so I should be getting closer to her.
Okay.
Before now, if you ask her something, she will not talk to you. But after that time, she started talking. She started opening up. Okay? So when they see that you love them, it's something that will motivate them to come closer to you, and you will see the uniqueness in them. A lot of people feel deaf persons are what I need a word for it. They are hot-tempered. They are not. They are in some cases. It's frustrating. You are trying to tell someone something and the person is not understanding you. That is their frustration. But I tell you, if you are close to a deaf person, for instance, just A, B, C, D to Z, you will see their countenance, their attitude towards you will change. They will appreciate you the more. So I've met with a lot of deaf persons that people told me, this person is so difficult to work with. But as soon as I got close to the person, I signed one or two things. You see the person would cheer up, I smile, and from there, we're forging ahead. Sometimes persons with, for instance, Down syndrome, it's not easy to be with them, especially when they are eating. The food sometimes fall off their mouth, even though the cerebral palsy. Spit will be everywhere. It takes real patience and love to stand that person. And at the same time, that is when they want to hug you or they want to touch you. If they see as much as an irritation, they will not come closer anymore. So I think with this, you can accommodate them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Really appreciate that. So my last question. Is I want you to look into your life, Ma, and tell us about one of the things you are very proud of and why you are being proud of that thing.
What I'm proud of?
Yes, just look into your life and tell. Exactly.
Okay. Okay. let me start with saying I'm so proud to be part of persons with disabilities.
Okay.
At first, let me on my video. At first,
Okay.
I wanted to become either a doctor or a nurse or someone in the medical field. I had always wanted to be that. You know, they say you write jump and jump will jump you. So that was my own story. I waited for a while. I never wanted to study anything relating to education until I started learning sign language. I am a Jehovah's Witness, by the way. So as a Jehovah's Witness, I started learning sign language at the Kingdom Halls. And at some point, I started making friends with persons with disabilities, persons with hearing impairments, especially. They started coming to my house, and on one occasion, one of them stopped coming to my house.
Okay.
I went to a house, it's gone to College of Education, or that is PED.
Yes,
and when I came back, my mom was like, oh, they can even go to the university and you are here sitting down. Stand up. So that was it. That's how I started special needs education. I didn't school in Oyo anyway. I schooled in the University of Calabar after every much state.
Okay.
Being part of their life has taught me a vital lesson. I've learned that life, there's nothing to it. These things we are struggling for, there's actually no big deal in it. I want to be in this house. I want to
this
acquire
position. Yeah, that
just
post.
wake up one morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. You can just wake up one morning and a lot of things are gone. Yes. So that is one thing that I have really appreciated. It has made me to be more focused, more on the, I would not say lowly, but more on the quiet side. Because when you see someone that is so beautiful, more tall, more everything, and you just hear, this one is a deaf. And you're like, what? Deaf? Wow. How?
Despite all these beauties.
Yes, and you are there doing shakara. Who's shakara? So it has really helped mold me. That's what I really appreciate in life.
Thank you very much, Ma. So
thank you, sir.
We really appreciate you. We really appreciate everything, your time, the knowledge that you shared, you've been sharing with us. So, and we've come to the end of this session. So our attendees can unmute the mic to just appreciate our guest speaker. So we can just thank her and something like that. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Can hear you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma, for the insight.
Thank you.
It's a time to unlearn and then relearn. I didn't even know of all this before now. Like, it's so awesome knowing that, okay,
exactly.
This is a new insight, and I'm so grateful for that. I celebrate you,
Thank you, Mr. Macfred. Thank you. I appreciate.
Okay, Ma, before we leave here, so for those of us who would like to learn sign language, so how can we get your contact or something like that?
Okay, I think Benjamin has my contact and Omolara has my contact too.
So I don't think they are
not here. They are not here, but they have my contact.
Okay. Okay then.
Yes.
So thank you very much. So
thank you, I appreciate it.
And we've come to the end of. Okay, you want to say something, Ma?
No, somebody sent me a private message and said he has my contact.
Okay. So exactly, if you can share it with us, we really appreciate it.
That is it. Okay, I can do that now.
Okay, just send it to the message box.
Okay, I think I've done that.
Okay, you are going to receive it. Okay, we are still expecting it. We are still expecting it. Maybe it is network. I have not received it in my chat box. Okay, someone is asking that, can you call it out? Yes, ma'am. Are you still on the call? Hello. Oh, okay. Oh, let me just check the list of the participants. Oh, she has left. I think she has left. So, well, thank you, everyone. So, we have come to the end of this session. So, we shall meet next week, Saturday. Okay. Okay. She just sent the number to me as a direct message. Okay, someone just sent it to me as a direct message. So I will send it now. So hope everyone can see it now. So that's our number. I just drop it in the chat box. So has anyone received it yet? Okay, thank you very much. So I think we can leave now. This is the end of today's session. So by next week, Saturday, we shall continue. So thank you everyone for being here, for following us through, and for being attentive. Thank you. Bye.